All right, guys, what's up? I'm Connor Ferguson here with Noah Nelson on the latest episode of the Always Race Day Asphalt podcast. First off, I want to thank Chris Weiser and the Weiser Company is doing the intro out of order today, but you'll see why in a second. They jumped on during the Knoxville Nationals and made our biggest 10 days of the year that much better, and really appreciate what they do for us and what they do for Always Race Day. So appreciation out to them. Some cool things coming with Chris Weiser and some cool trips planned for 2026 already, and some more in the works. So hopefully, I'm still on crutches. We're going to figure out the October schedule. Not sure if I'll make it to Hawkeye Downs on Saturday, but that's one I'm hoping to get to. We'll see. It's all very fluid right now. But tonight we're talking about Chase Elliott's surprise win at Kansas, Bubba Wallace and Denny Hamlin getting into it. Carson Hocevar's fine. NASCAR's got a new Hell Yeah slogan that they're trying to roll out for 2026. And for the first few minutes here, I'm going to revel and do some jubilation celebration because the Chicago, I can't cuss yet. The Cubs are going on to the next round of the playoffs, going to the NLDS. First playoff series win since like 2017, I think. I am absolutely elated. I feel like I cheated on the team. I had a pretty torn up 2025. Probably watched 25, 30 games, but I'm so behind this team. Noah, you watched it all?
I was following on Twitter, and that looked pretty crazy at the end there.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a Cubs playoff game if it wasn't just stupid near the end when it doesn't need to be, especially with Keller hitting two guys. But thank goodness they won. I was not ready to talk about race cars if they lost. It's a total lie. It's very therapeutic for me. I like racing because I can go watch a race, and aside from, this is as a fan point of view, I think enough of you guys know me and how I do journalism that I'm not biased in my reporting. But if I went to a race as a fan, like if so-and-so won, maybe this guy won, it might be a bad day. But like the other 38 guys, like I'd love to see those guys win. And man, today baseball delivered. I'm just going to say that. All right. You want to get into NASCAR? You want to talk NASCAR?
Let's do it.
All right. Cover your ears a little bit. I still haven't figured out the volume adjustment on here, but 1 second. All right, I went to great lengths to get Chase Elliott's Roval celebration in the intro permanently. So I hope you guys enjoy that as much as I do. After bragging about the Cubs, I will now brag about Chase Elliott winning at Kansas on Sunday in a can't say it yet. Really good finish. Very happy to see it. Okay, we gotta dive into all of it at once here, but Denny Hamlin takes out Bubba Wallace. Obviously they were talking about lack of power steering in the number 11 car, and Denny goes in deep, really deep into the corner and takes out Bubba. And Denny's the owner of 2311. Basically just took his own car out of contention for the playoffs, assuming that Bubba Wallace doesn't win the Roval. Now the Roval gets chaotic sometimes, so we'll see what happens there. But, man, just, we talked about team orders earlier in the playoffs, and just a real tough situation there. What were your takeaways, Noah?
So I talked about it last week, like obviously be cognizant of the situation that you and the people around you were in if you're racing against a teammate, or in Denny's case, the car that he owns. And so I don't see necessarily anything wrong with Denny's approach into the corner. I didn't love it, but if he's having power steering problems and Bubba's holding him down, the aero situation's not going to be great anyway. He's going to push up the hill, or it's going to suck him around and he's going to go into the wall anyway. And so I thought it was just two guys racing for the win. I don't see anything wrong with what either one of them was doing. Like we talked extensively last week about the team orders thing. And so I made me laugh that we're doing it again on a different kind of level. But really, yeah, I mean, Bubba was running for his season and ran it pretty much exactly perfect. and Denny's running for number 60 because he knows the clock's ticking for him to, get victories here, pretty much at the twilight of his career. And so two guys putting everything on the line for a win is what we should expect every single week. And so if Denny had backed off and just let Bubba have it, I think it would have put a bad taste in people's mouths, regardless of who it was, and so I was glad Denny went for it, even though it didn't end well. I always root for guys trying, at least making the effort, racing, because that's the point,
Yeah, and I don't think it would have put a bad taste in people's mouths, just solely on Denny winning. Maybe the people that just flat out hate Denny Hamlin. My dad had a terrible Sunday. He was driving the car back from the wedding, and he would have had a terrible time if Denny Hamlin would have pulled that off.
Well, I was saying if Denny had let Bubba go, like if he makes it on the back stretch and he just is like, oh, I'm gonna push him to the win. Like,
sorry, I was trying to share the podcast as I typically do, and then I wanted to send out a tweet with the beer drinking weather music video for the Cubs. My bad. No, I think you're right, but goddamn, we've seen so many guys, especially the ones that aren't well heralded for driving or on the fence of, this kid's a good driver, I think he sucks, or he draws a lot of haters, that if you make the move that takes out yourself and the guy that you're trying to beat, it's a bad move. And I think that's what happened there. I didn't see any reason that Denny Hamlin needed to go after Bubba as aggressively as he did and really take him out at the same time. Now, can you even pull that corner off where they were entering without getting into Bubba? I don't think so. Depending on how bad, and we don't know how bad the power steering was. There's no way to measure it. I suppose they might on their data, but at the end of it, or I guess on Denny's podcast, he said, on Sunday, I'm the driver. Fans expect me to have a 2311 shirt on when I'm in the 11 car, and that's just not possible. And I get that. But I don't know. I just think it's possible to try a move that doesn't take yourself and the other guy out. But
I don't disagree with that. Like I said, I want him to go for it. I didn't want him to fence Bubba. That one made me sad for Bubba, but I mean he has a responsibility, to his team, and so him going for it, I mean, yeah, by all means, please go for it. But
yeah, that was the last part of what I would be mad at on either side. And sorry to you guys that I wore a shirt so close to the wall cover here. Didn't know I was doing that. I had to change my shirt when the Cubs were hitting batters in the ninth inning. So
I get that.
Chase Elliott snakes down below him on the 4-tire call from Alan Gustafson. He said after the race that he didn't think he had a chance to win, but he wanted to set up Chase with the best chance just in case. And I really didn't think it was going to pay off, especially when 8 guys in front of you take 2 tires. But really master class of driving from Chase that we haven't really seen in a while. He's had some dominant wins. He's had some good victories, but I haven't seen him pull off a move like he did coming past the white flag with 1 to go.
Yeah, I mean, he really, he willed it there. I mean, that was. It was very impressive, and that's the kind of drive that I think people have been waiting to see this year from him. As far as like they've been really fast, they've had good results. He was pretty much up, first or second in points all year with Byron, and so they were fast all day, and then they had the right strategy, and he made all the right moves and caught a couple of breaks at the end, and he ended up pulling it off, and that's the kind of clutch performance you need if you're going to win a championship in this current format.
Yeah, absolutely. So Ryan Blaney and Chase Elliott clinched into the next round, but I think we'd be moving on very quickly if we didn't mention how dominant Toyota was. There's a point where it looked like the top 5 finishers might all be Toyotas. Does that worry you for Las Vegas? What do you think we're going to see?
I think we'll see something pretty similar for Vegas. I mean, the Toyotas have been fast all playoffs, no matter where we go. And so I think they're bringing their A game right now. I'd be surprised if anything was drastically different at Vegas. And the important thing to remember is, towards the end of the race, it was all Toyotas up front, but Elliott had speed through the race. And, there was a time he was up towards the front. Logano ran pretty solid at one point. And so there's a couple guys that could be disruptors, and so I'll be curious to see what happens there. I still think it's Penske's championship to lose just because of where we're going the last 2 weeks of the year. But the Toyotas, I mean, they're also, like I said, fast everywhere that we go. So I think that as long as they don't bottle it, they've got a great chance.
It's still Martinsville, Phoenix, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Gotcha. When did Penske really take the handle at Martinsville from Hendrick Motorsports? Because Jeff Gordon era, me and you growing up, it was Gordon's race to lose, and then it became Johnson's race to lose.
You can see all the 24s behind me. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, absolutely. I would say it's pretty quietly happened. Late 2010s. Logano muscled Truex at Martinsville in 18 to win it, and that's when he got his first title. And then Blaney consistently top 3, top 5 every single year in that fall race. It felt like he was right there and couldn't get it done. And then as soon as he broke through and won it, he's just been a monster on the long runs there. And so I would expect something very similar this year too.
It's going to be interesting because, so many times lately with this format, we've seen guys win that Martinsville race and go into it with momentum and take the entire championship right afterwards. So I'm excited to get to that, but I'm more excited for the Roval, I think, than a lot of the podcasts I listened to this week between Dale Jr., the Teardown, Denny Hamlin's. Try to listen to all of it, get some interesting quotes for on here. I got some, not a crap ton because the Cubs game started then after. And my attention greatly dropped off. It plateaued. But yeah, I was shocked, obviously with, to go back to Denny and what he said. But now Denny, still looking for win number 60, still looking for the championship that's eluded him for years. What does he need to do in the next round? He's pretty safe, I think. Really, I want to go through the whole playoff standings, but I feel like if you're above the cut line, you race for stage points in the first 2 and, hope that that's enough spots. I
think if you're below the cut line, you also should be racing for stage points the first 2 as well. That's
a good point. That's a good point. I say some stupid shit sometimes. Okay, so Sunday when the Roval comes around, are any of these guys out of the playoffs? Are they going to break through? We got to do Caleb's question.
Yeah,
you should go out on a big limb like Caleb would and pick no one from behind the cutoff right now.
I'll pick everybody that Josh wouldn't pick.
Oh shoot! There's not a lot left for you.
No, I know.
You got Cody Ware winning the race.
The thing, just to go back to it for half a second, the thing that really got me about the Hamlin Bubba thing was that I was this close to getting to tell Caleb I was right on the pod, and I didn't get to do that because Denny bottled it in the last corner, and now it's almost impossible for both 2311 cars to make it, and I don't get to tell Caleb I was right, and I think that's very sad.
Okay, and we're going back to the route. We're going to be real jumpy around, just because of how I typed up the rundown. 2, the Cubs won a playoff series. I don't know how to act, and I'm sorry. I'm still trying to figure out my emotions behind it. It's very complicated, and I will get through it. I promise. But with the Roval, we've seen less chaos the last few years. And you're Rain Man with races. You remember things way better, especially.
I try, yeah.
What is your, I guess, evaluation? Why have we seen less chaos with the current generation of race cars in NASCAR at the Roval?
I think it's a combination of just like you said, the current generation of car. And we've been racing at the Roval. This will be the 7th year or 8th year, something like that. 18 was the first race. And so I just think we've been running this layout, this course for a bit. I mean, I still remember that very first year of practice, all the guys hitting the tire barrier in the chicane and absolutely total in a race car. And so I think it's not a foreign track to the schedule anymore. It's got the tenure. People are used to it. And I think that NASCAR has also made it a little more difficult for you to make desperation moves, maybe in some of these heavy braking zones. So just with the way that they officiated, if you miss it, I mean, everybody saw Jimmy year one miss the next round of the playoffs because he missed the final chicane, took him and Truex out, and he came to a stop very, very slowly, and then missed the next round because he lost all those points. And so it's just a matter of, I think, a lot of different things. And then also the competition has gotten so much better on road courses too the last 7 years compared to where we were in 18. And so we were 3 road courses a year then pretty much, and now we're like 7. And that's a number I made up off the top of my head. If it's 7, great. But yeah, it's somewhere in there. I mean, we are above 5.
It's definitely 6 because the people who complain don't let me forget it. So
okay. Well, that's great. I'm glad they could help us.
For once.
Yes. So, I think we've also gotten a lot better on road courses. I'm curious to see if Allmendinger, I hate calling him a dark horse on the Roval because he owns the place basically, but I'd be curious to see how he does this weekend because he hasn't really shown up on the road courses too much this year. I'd be curious to see if SVG is going to dog walk the field like he did, every other road course this year. And so that stuff that takes stage points and playoff points away from the guys that are trying to advance. And so, these guys are going to be a factor in determining who advances, whether, we want that to be the case or not.
Yeah. And I think, let me just come off as smart. I don't think SVG is going to win this road course because it's more oval than it is road course than any of the other road courses.
He just got his first oval top 10. He's figuring it out.
Yes, but he hasn't been to this part of the oval with how you ramp up in speed.
Yeah, okay.
He's not going to know how to drive the high bank corner not at 160 miles per hour.
Yeah,
that was a terrible estimation on speed. I apologize to everybody.
Shout out to him because I was dogging on him for not being good at ovals like a month ago.
Bubba Wallace said he'd retire when SVG qualified him at an oval.
Then New Hampshire comes around and he's got a good car, and then crashes. But then Kansas, he's got a good car and comes back from being held on pit road for a stop and go at the start of the race and gets his first top 10. So
he's
starting to figure it out.
From what I've been told, and I will regret asking who he was when I first heard his name, and we had that podcast, and Caleb just teed off on me. Could not have hit my face on a golf ball harder into the sand trap or the water, wherever you want to envision that. And from what I've heard, there's a sprint car crew member that works for the Lundstrom Motorsports team that worked with Shane a ton. And from what he told me about Shane and how he drives and in the different strategies that he implements, especially at road courses, you can't really do them on ovals, like braking earlier into corners to force the guy behind you to use up more of their brakes. In the stuff he's brought over here that they use all the time in Australia in the V8 Supercar series. Is that still what it's called?
I think so.
He is one of the best drivers in the series. He's one of the best drivers in the world. I would not be shocked at all at him winning on Sunday. That being said, a lot of oval to this road course.
That's why they call it the Roval, baby.
That's right. No, I'm excited for it. We'll jump around a little bit. Thank you, Nick Osen. I texted a few of my friends and said, drop a Go Cubs Go in the chat. So shout out to Nick. Appreciate you, man. I miss you a lot. The Truck Series race is at Friday at 2:30 Central?
I sure do.
That's crazy. Just middle afternoon, we're racing the trucks. That race will be chaotic no matter what. That field just wrecks. They are, like ball magnets you talk about when you're like coaching youth baseball and the ball just finds the kid's face.
That's the wall.
That's the truck
wall
series.
magnets.
I like it. We're using that. Mike Stout says, did you know the Cubs were the best racers ever? I believe it. The only team I've seen called the Racers were coached by Steve Prohm, and they weren't very good. So
if they're racing to the next round, that's for sure.
Fuck yeah, they are. I can cuss now. We're
you
past
made
the
it
5-minute mark.
You did good.
I caught myself. That's no one knows what I'm. Anyway.
This is the biggest F-bomb potential episode. You got the two most ADHD brain, profanity-laden individuals.
I know.
No support.
We're shorthanded, and there's no one to scold us. If
yes.
I figure this is the fun hour. You got a Busch Light in your hand.
No, that's a Pepsi Zero. Yep. It's
this
fun.
Totally.
Yeah,
Pepsi
there you go.
Right here.
I had a buddy one time tell me we were at a
hold on. I have a request. Sal wants me to say the F word.
Okay, go ahead.
Fuck yes, the Cubs are in the NLDS.
There you go. And so he looks at me in the bar and he goes, Noah, take a sip of this. I'm like, what you got there? And he's like, it's a Pepsi. And I was like, that's not a Pepsi. And he's like, it's a Pepsi. Jack and Coke. I'll never forget it. Every time I drink a Pepsi, I think of that. So anyway.
Was he 21?
Oh yeah. No, we were both 21. Like we were old enough. I hadn't discovered the joys of Crown Royal yet, so I was not a whiskey man.
Mike Stout says, fuck Fernando Tatis. I'm out of here. Good. All right. Love you, Mike. Thank you so much. I love that I can put the podcast out and say we'll be live around 7, but specifically after the Cubs game ends.
Yes.
That's my favorite part of this whole thing. I did not put the Truck Series playoffs in the rundown. Do we want to talk about that at
all? We'll talk about it Phoenix week, and so that way we can sit down before Halloween and go. We can have a whole hour where we talk about how does Corey Haim lose the title this year.
I don't want to do that. I really don't want to.
We can
that
get
sounds awful.
God, Jesus, having a stroke. Corey Haim is going to do the Zane Smith grip flip on the safer barrier, which, by the way, I'd been waiting my whole life for somebody to grip flip a safer barrier and flip down the banking. I waited my whole life for that. Always wondered
if that was coming.
Well, I mean, I've just my whole life, I'm like somebody is one day has got to grip flip on the safer barrier.
I did not think there was any chance that.
We like imagine if like Chastain had done it at Martinsville. We'd have had a Jeff Bodine crash at Martinsville. Like,
I almost said I wish he did, but I don't.
No, that'd be
one. I don't want to see a guy get hurt. Not that I thought that would hurt him, but God, what a moment in NASCAR! Like, just
yes,
especially like the fact that got banned.
I mean, it would have broken Martinsville for eternity. Like, it had to happen.
NASCAR. Dude,
it was great. It was awesome. I loved it. It was the most badass thing I've ever seen in a race car, and I never want to see it again because I love Martinsville too much to let it suffer.
Real quickly, I want to assign my allegiance for the Truck Series because people are going to hate this. This is my break glass in case of emergency.
Okay.
So I apologize to Corey. I really do. I think he's a very talented race car driver. He deserves to be in the Cup Series. He has shown that. By dominating a series in which you can get caught up in wrecks very, very quickly. I think Lane Riggs has not been bad himself either. I really like what he's doing. So also Grant Enfinger has come on the show before, so I have to say I'm cheering for him. Caden Honeycutt enters the final round. There's 3 races before the cutoff, before Phoenix, so 4 races to go total. He enters 7 points back. He got fired from Nice Motorsports, the company that created Ross Chastain and his absolute abysmal driving style that he portrayed for a year and a half, which he passed on to Carson Hocevar. Now I'm being kind of facetious, but anyways, they fired Caden Honeycutt basically for looking for rides for 2026. That was basically the reason, at least on paper. And if that wasn't the reason, they did a terrible job of PR managing their way to make it not sound like the reason. So they fired him mid-season because he was looking for rides. He's now filling in for Stuart Friesen, who got injured in that big block modified crash a month or 2 ago. And I am going to be cheering my ass off for Caden Honeycutt to win it in the 52. If Corey Heim can't win after the dominant regular season he had, and everyone wants to say that guy should win, despite what this format is, screw it. Like, he's had the best season. He should win the title. I understand. But if someone else has to, Caden Honeycutt, please.
Honeycutt winning that title for Friesen and that race team would be very cool. If Corey
and Stuart's been on the show too. And a lovely, lovely Canadian. I love all the Canadians.
Canadians are awesome, man. Let me just say that.
Are you keeping up with Survivor at all?
No, not remotely.
There's a Canadian on there that just takes people's shoes when they piss him off. He calls himself the Shoe Bandit. It is one of the funniest. I don't like how they cast people now. I'm going to get called conservatives as hell for this, but God, it's so he just gets mad at people and he's like, Shoe Bandit's coming out. Just going to take a left shoe, hide it in the trees.
I was just going to say shout out Ron Fellows, but here we are talking about the Shoe Bandit of Survivor.
It's an unhinged episode of the Asphalt podcast. I'm starting to feel it. I'm feeling the Cubs adrenaline at the same time. So apologies if you don't like this, but this is me at my best and Noah at his best, I think.
I hope so.
I haven't seen you plastered ever, and I'm not saying I'm plastered.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll happen at some point. It's a pretty rare occasion.
We'll get together. January. We'll have some beers in January.
Yeah, in Tulsa.
Oh yeah. Tulsa time.
I'm not far from home, but I'm far enough.
Hell yeah. We have tuck trucks. Where do you want to go now?
Where do I want it?
Oh, it was hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, it was. Set this up for me.
All right. So some things came out via social media this week, and we saw just a few snippets, a few whispers of a new social media campaign for NASCAR that's more aimed towards grassroots, back to the beginning kind of ideas for the sport. And so the slogan that ended up making its way onto social media that we saw is titled Hell Yeah. And so if you give me more horsepower and a 36 race points championship, and I'm going to say hell yeah. So I like it, as long as the commercial doesn't say the sentence, we make people feel the hell yeah, because that sentence breaks my brain and makes me sad. So
I had someone send me, some Padres fans blowing up my Twitter DM, so I had to figure out why my phone kept lighting up. Nothing to report there. Everybody's been hating on this. They kind of say it's cringy and stuff. Most of the quote tweets about it I've seen. I just want to put this. I'm a hell yeah guy. I can't hate this.
I don't hate
hell yeah.
I don't hate the idea of hell yeah.
Is the current forecast? Is the current weather forecast beer drinking weather? Hell yeah.
I think that what we saw was a screen or a slide on an internal communication tool. I'm so sorry to use that picture of the girl. I could not find one without her, and she looks so Little House on the Prairie, standing in front of the big hell yeah sign. There are worse things to stand in front of, and listen. I want a picture of me with just big hell yeah behind it. I think it'd be cool. I was going to say something. I'm glad. I think everybody. I thought her dress looked great. It was a perfect outfit. But so hell yeah, her dress. Yeah. Here we go. Hell yeah, closet pics. Let's go. I think, I mean, as long as you're doing the things that are the intention of your idea, the messaging could be as cringy as it needs to. I thought it was cringy when I read it, but like I said, I think that what we've seen is a small snippet. We don't know the context of that slide in particular. We don't know exactly what the hell yeah campaign entails. It's just, that's probably their internal thing. And so whatever that ends up being, I'll be curious to see if it's cringy or if it's, hey, you guys asked for it. This is what you wanted. Give me a hell yeah. So I'll be curious to see kind of, as the rest of this year and the beginning of next year unfolds, kind of where they take that.
I'm right there with you. We're gonna play. I don't know if it was the Kelly Clarkson show or Ellen or who did this. But you know how they put a girl up there typically, and they'd say like which guy is hotter, and you pick left or right, and you pick one to advance. We're gonna do that here. So it's Hell Yeah against Digger the Gopher. This is NASCAR.
Hell Yeah all day.
You're taking Hell Yeah over Digger the Gopher.
Yeah, man. I thought Digger was cringe.
Okay.
I was not a Digger man.
I just added another round. Okay, so now we've got Hell Yeah against the Narwhals commercial.
Oh Jesus, man. Yeah. I'll take Hell Yeah on that one.
Okay, that's what I figured you would.
The idea. Now, granted, this is the idea of Hell Yeah, because the commercial could be complete ass cheeks, man. Like we don't know that, but anything's better than my siblings hearing that commercial and coming in the room and singing the Narwhal song at me. So
it's always stuck in my head. I liked it. I didn't hate it. Obviously they can't really control that one.
I was a teenager who hated fun and whimsy, so
that's fair. We all get caught in that phase. So now this has gone up to Hell Yeah versus Best Season Ever. You remember that? It was like 20.
Oh God, I do remember that.
The best season ever. And we're 3 races into the year and they're going best season ever.
Yeah, that was I didn't hate Best Season Ever. I thought it was overdone. I thought it was over the top. I'm like, dude, it's March.
I'm with
I'm watching the 500. They're like, this is the best season ever. I'm like, they've been single file for 100 laps.
Oh, no. Take on. I can't say that because it will reveal my next round thing.
Okay.
But on Daytona 500 Sunday, if you say best season, yeah, that's fine. I'm drinking the damn Kool-Aid all day.
When they're single file for 100 laps, I'll be Caleb.
I don't care. Don't care. No, as long as the finish is good. You don't understand, like, the meat of my childhood going to NASCAR races was Talladega, not because of the bullshit Kansas pulled on Iowa Speedway recently. But we had tickets down there, and that was our favorite race to go to.
That's a bucket list for me.
So we went like 3 or 4 years in a row when I was a kid, and a lot of those were the tandem drafting years. So there was nothing for 175 laps, and then Jeff Gordon and Mark Martin are drafting together from 32nd to 1st in 5.5.
Were you there in 2009 in the spring?
The Brad Keselowski?
Yeah.
Ride? Yeah. So I wasn't
fucking sick
yet. So I stood up out of my seat and everyone stood up in front of me. And I didn't know the car went into the wall until I was back at the RV. And I was watching, I fell down the stairs, not dramatically. Like I fell down like 3 or 4 steps, and I'd fallen up the stairs a couple times that day too. Very steep steps up there. And I had watched Carl Edwards run across I'm thankful I watched that in person because I was kind of pissed off. I missed the most exciting part of anything. I could be wrong. I could be combining 2 races. But after Jeff Gordon and the Pepsi throwback car wrecked out of the race, I was so pissed off, I wanted to go home.
I was watching it on TV, and I wanted to turn it off.
Yeah, my dad's
that race is a core memory for me,
man.
It's one of my favorite races of all time.
So you were a Gordon fan too?
Yeah.
Okay, we never established that.
Yeah, no, I told you, I got all these. I've got all these 24s behind me, so I was a Jeff and Tony and Casey guy growing up. Those were my big 3. I got pissed at my parents because they wouldn't paint my ceiling red for Casey because I had blue and orange walls for Tony and Jeff. And I God forbid you guys let me represent Casey as well.
It was a big day when I got NASCAR wallpaper with Jeff Gordon and Mark Martin on it.
Yeah, I had Jeff Gordon like betting, like I was there.
Dude, people asked me what my favorite stuffed animal was. It said Jeff Gordon like push pillow, and I named it Kari.
Yeah, there you go.
Push named Octi. I was very, very creative with my name. Still just as creative doing an Asphalt pod.
Yeah. Nothing's changed. No progress was made.
All right, we got to get back to the game. We got to get back to the segment. It could be a sponsored segment in the future.
Please make it a sponsored segment in the future. It'll keep us on
That'd
track.
Be awesome. Yeah, and my email is in my pinned tweet on both Always Race Day and my personal account, CF Changs9 on Twitter. And my DMs are very much open. I might not get your notification right away. Send me a second message if you don't get through. Typically that helps. It's hell yeah against Daytona Day.
Hell yeah, all day. I could not. Daytona Day made me want to step on a fucking Claymore, man. I could not stand Daytona Day. It just, like, the first time I heard it, I was like, oh, okay. And then after that,
I loved it.
Every other time I heard it,
I loved every
like,
aspect of it. I want to have enough NASCAR friends that live close to me that will come over for a pool party and we can drink and watch the Daytona 500.
Listen, that idea, sick, fantastic, would 100%.
Could we import some snails and bet on snail racing?
Look, man, at this point,
I'll make the track if you handle the snails.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't have snail food either, so
I think that you and I actually should work on the track. Caleb and Josh are not here, and I'm putting them on snail duty.
Oh, I like that. We'll just stick it with them, and
Yes.
not our problem. I love that. Yeah,
exactly.
You can get here a day early. We'll just slack off and drink. We'll tell them that we were very busy getting the track together. A lot of things came up. Yeah, I love that. So now I've been writing down extra rounds for this, and I've been forgetting to type hell yeah. So it's going over my head. Hell yeah versus bringing back the sunshine as the NASCAR.
Bringing back, okay. Bringing back the sunshine for me. I
love bringing back the sunshine.
Yeah, listening to I knew shit was going down when I heard Blake Shelton. I knew it was time. That was like Sunday Night Football music in my brain. Like, I was ready to go.
I'm with you for that. All right, last round, final boss. It is bringing back the sunshine versus Casey Kane Friday. What do you got?
Casey Kane Friday wins every single 7 days, 8 days, 10 days. I don't give a shit, man. It'll be Casey Kane Friday every day.
It's 52 national holidays a year. You just choose not to celebrate them. That's on you. It's completely on you. We're celebrating it loud and proud here.
Always.
In about 4 hours and 3 minutes, at least on the Central Coast. Let's talk more NASCAR. Let's get back to what we're going for. You want to do Xfinity?
Xfinity, I believe, is off this week. Yeah.
Are they off? I thought they raced the Roval.
They did every year till this year.
You're
That's
positive?
why the trucks are there. Absolutely.
I wrote down the type or the type. I wrote down the start time of the Xfinity race, and I didn't. Was I not looking close enough?
No, I'm looking at no, because they're doing it under the lights. I'm dumb. I read the wrong day on my calendar. Terribly sorry.
No, you're good. I wrote it. Yeah, 4 p.m. Central Time on the CW on Saturday. They listened to me. They heard our podcast. They said we're going to put lights on the Roval. You just need a couple Musco lights out there. I don't know if Musco is the one doing it, but Connor Zilisch has a huge lead. And this is a cutoff race for them. So Brandon Jones advanced on an upset win. I say that because it's Brandon Jones. Connor Zilisch is clinched in the next round. And Justin Allgaier on points is clinched in the next round. So Sam Mayer's plus 43. Then it gets real tight. So Taylor Gray's plus 16. Sheldon Creed is plus 12. Carson Kvapil is plus 9. Jesse Love is plus 5. And then behind the cutoff is Nick Sanchez, 5 behind. Austin Hill is minus 7. Harrison Burton's minus 8. And Sammy Smith is minus 14. I think any of those guys below the cutoff could find themselves above it. And I think all those guys above it, Taylor Gray has a 16-point advantage. But
I think everybody from him on down, anything goes.
Anything can happen. I'm less confident in Taylor Gray than I am the 6 guys below him.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, I mean, I get it.
No, like, shot to Taylor Gray or anything. And Sammy Smith's our guy. He's from Iowa. So sorry to Taylor Gray. But anything can happen in that race, especially this package, this car, this field of drivers. I think that race might be the best of the weekend. We'll see.
Yeah, no, I don't know what the forecast looks like for those.
I heard it's beer drinking weather because the Cubs played 8.
Oh, okay. So it'll be beer drinking weather, and I'm hoping for beer drinking weather with a little bit of rain under the lights so that I can relive one of the most fun NASCAR races I've ever watched live again, and just give it to me all weekend like that, and that'll be cool.
Yeah, at the wedding last week, I was just walking around drinking, and I did the same thing at Nationals because the forecast said it was going to rain all day, and I was like, forecast still says it's beer drinking weather. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, man.
I just played it like 3
It's
times
beer
an
o'clock.
hour. Yeah, no, that's basically what it is.
Now, you talked about putting lights at the Roval. Let me pitch this to you.
Yeah.
So
Ramps?
What?
I'm just kidding.
Ramps? Okay,
Yeah,
well,
ramps. Stadium
depends on how hard you go through the chicane.
That'd be funny. Your penalty for the chicane is you got to ramp it.
If you can clear the chicane, NASCAR will give you a playoff point.
If you can control your throttle well enough over the ramp and the chicane, you can cut it pretty good.
Yeah. No, there was a time, even 10 years ago, rough 11 years ago, I think was the last time they did it. Saturday night at the Charlotte Oval in October used to be the move. Give me a Saturday night Roval race. That'd be sick. Now, granted, I know blah, 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 blah TV ratings, but blah, 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 blah. I like fun.
It's the Xfinity series. I don't care if they get $1 million or not.
Oh, I'm talking Cup. Like, just shoot everything back a day. Give me a Friday night Xfinity and a Saturday night.
Yeah, run it Sunday night.
I mean, Sunday night's cool too. Listen,
Cassie hears this. I say this every time, especially because she was like, I hate Sunday night because then her husband's a big rider in motorsports. Some of you probably can figure out who I'm talking about real quick. And she was saying like that sucks for families. And I completely get it. I don't think about that as much because I'm entrenched in dirt racing and they're racing 90 times a year and they're on the road from February to November. So I don't think about that stuff. Single right now too. And so it doesn't get into my head. But if we're going to be a TV ratings obsessed group of people in sport, don't hold Saturday night races. Hold them under the lights on Sunday as early as you can to where they're still finishing under the lights. That's what I'm asking for.
I think the only time we shouldn't be running Sunday nights is like the first week of September. Before that, though, I'm chilling. I'm great.
It's the first week of September.
It's like NFL kickoff right in there. So Sunday night football every week.
It's the one Sunday where everyone's team doesn't suck yet.
Yes.
Until 5 o'clock, and then half of them suck.
Yeah.
I can't stand that league. When my team isn't good, it's like, no, I'm not going to turn on Thursday night football. The matchups are always bad. I haven't turned it on. I haven't thought about it tonight. I was watching the Cubs.
And God forbid I watch 4 hours of football and I watch a tie.
Yeah. And the college game is so much more entertaining. It's better, honestly.
The college OT rules.
Oh, man.
That 74-72 Texas A&M LSU game.
I don't know how the NFL still has rules that end games with a tie.
Yeah.
I spent $200 to see a team.
We can do a football podcast just about that at this point.
Yeah. I don't think I'd go to a game again.
Always game day. That's my bitch.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. All right. So let's do the Cup preview at the Roval, and then we'll get out of here. I didn't. My phone's turned off since the last time I looked at it. Screw that. We got a couple bits of news.
News items, yeah.
USAN, Hamilton, might be Jusan. I think it's USAN. Parted ways with NASCAR. I don't know if it was mutual or not. Hamlin said he wasn't sure what happened with those two. Said it was nothing performance based is what was put out there. But he has been let go as the race director with 5 races left in the year. Very weird one.
Yeah, because I mean, he was one of their rising prospects within the NASCAR ladder. He worked his way to the race director role. He had a hand in helping create the schedule with Ben Kennedy. And so he was more than just the race director. As far as I'm concerned, and so I'm curious what went on there, just to see, and I'll be curious this weekend too, especially the way that cautions have been called probably the last 2-3 months. With cars out of the groove or cars wrecking on road courses specifically. Some of the no calls we've seen. I'll be curious to see if that's something that we'll continue to see, or if whoever's currently doing the race director stuff is going to approach that differently. And so it'll be interesting. It's a small snippet. It's likely insignificant until it's significant. But
I think it's pretty significant, at least how dirt racers view race directors and what they do, and series directors and stuff like that. Sorry, I'm trying to find out who the new race director is. Okay, here we go. It says Stellantis appoints Kevin Kidd, a former NASCAR crew chief and competition director, to serve as the North American Motorsports competition director. Kidd
that's for Dodge.
That is for Dodge. So I got fooled.
Which, yeah. So in case you guys were wondering, that guy is now the head of North American Motorsports for
competition director for
Dodge.
Oh,
yeah. Competition director for Dodge. Yeah. There we
go. They started doing the North American Motor. I'm like, is that, but that's not National Association for Stock Cars. No. I'm not sure who the new guy is, which is kind of a failure on all fronts. Noah, you might be able to find it. I'll stall a little bit for you.
No, yeah, go ahead. Say whatever you need to say.
USAN had a hand in the schedule. I'm interested to see how that goes. It's going to be difficult to watch and follow, obviously. It's not going to be black and white. Like, this decision was Ben Kennedy's and this one was a Hamilton one. So I am interested to see the changes, and
I just find it just so we know
the differences. They might not have named an interim. Weird that it's not out there. That's in, not that Noah toned it down too much, but that's a pretty big deal for who it is. So my request for the new guy, wherever you are, just if the TV camera, the current one on the screen on our TVs, if it shows a wreck, I expect the caution to be called very quickly after we see that.
Yes.
So referencing Chicago. But I understand it wasn't performance based, so whatever. I don't know what to say on that. Caleb asked me to record a video on this next piece of news, and I gave him kind of the same response like that. I don't really know what to say. Carson Hocevar was fined $50,000 for revving his engine in the presence of NASCAR officials. NASCAR finally on Thursday today finally put out the receipts, finally put out the video of him revving it with crew members nearby. And they put it out without volume. So I think you can kind of tell. I was watching on my phone and I'm like, I don't know. It certainly didn't look like on his in-car camera that he did anything wrong.
It didn't look egregious. And that it felt like an informal, why did you pull onto the track out when you were spinning towards the inside wall penalty rather than.
And he's done that before in the minor leagues. So whatever it was really for. And I think there's, this is handed out time and time again across all sports. Like this guy said F you to the ref, and so you fine him because his socks aren't long enough or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
So, I think it was one of those. That was my thought on it. After the video came out, before that, I was like, well, it doesn't look like there's anything to fine him for. But I guess he could appeal it. And then I asked my friend, shout out to Seth Agert and Cam Richardson. I'm in a group chat with both those guys, and I forget which one told me. That's why I'm mentioning both of them. I'm like, where's the fine money go? I think it was Seth. It's like, where's the fine money go for NASCAR? Remind me again. They're like, oh, the NASCAR Foundation charity. And I'm like, fuck, I can't rip on that. Man,
we should be fining everybody.
I'm done with the video I was working on. My bad, guys.
We should be. There should be more fines.
You have any more thoughts on Hocevar?
No. I think we covered everything I had on that.
At least he didn't take somebody out on purpose, and that was why he was getting fined. We don't have to talk about that. 1.49 million viewers. I think down from 1.7 or 1.8. Couldn't find the original Stern tweet because the Cubs had started.
I'm sensing a theme.
The Twitter search function is so bad. You have no idea. I've been trying to find this meme of Vince McMahon, like, play the song, and it Go Cubs Go starts playing. I've been trying to find it for 48 hours. I have not been able to. But so no surprise, I couldn't find what it was down from. down significantly, down below 1.5 million for a NASCAR playoff race. I think it sucks. What the hell are we doing? And Denny Hamlin suggested racing on Friday nights, and you've seen the Saturday numbers, and you think Friday is going to get any better.
Yeah,
we get less than 1.5 million. I will tell you that much. And I don't know if this is Amazon Prime. And in the old generation was like, oh, if I can't watch every race all year, I'm just going to tune out and not care. I don't know if this is casual fans being casual fans and just not tuning in as much this year, in which case, like, the playoffs hasn't helped. I don't know. There's a lot of different things. And again, I say, as long as we're a TV ratings obsessed sports, we need to be racing on Easter. We need to be racing on the 4th of July. They should have a if you want to have a midweek race on the 4th of July, on the 4th, every year at the same time, at the same track, turn it into the biggest 4th of July USA party you can ever think of.
Caleb's at lacrosse right now watching the Oktoberfest races tonight, and he's just got an eye twitch, and he doesn't know why. It's because you're talking about racing on Easter.
How dare we? And Damon probably doing the same thing in Colombia. How dare we race on? And I've had Easter egg hunts with my family. Do you know how much cooler it is when you come on inside and you see Bristol dirt on the TV? It's badass.
Granted, I was an adult for Bristol dirt. But
I know. Everyone's glued to the TV. Anything to mention Bristol dirt, is right for me.
Listen, man, don't put dirt on it. Just take me to a proper dirt track.
That's fair. Knoxville might be a little cold. Same with Eldora. I don't know. Someday, though.
We'll figure it out.
We'll get a dirt track on the schedule for you.
I miss trucks at Eldora anyway.
I do too. Oh man, what a badass race. If they ever go back, I'm going to use every last bit of money I have helping Bobby Pierce get into that race.
That, Daytona, and Talladega were my 3 favorite races of the year in that order.
Yeah, and it delivered just about every time, and in part time to Bobby Pierce.
I'll never forget how sad I was when Bobby Pierce did not win that race.
Dude, he dominated. It's like, so him and the Brett Moffitt jumped restart. I made it, figured out a way to get there and bring it up again, everybody. God, so close to some epic wins that I would have printed out photos in my apartment if those guys had won the race and like I had known them. Now, is Bobby Pierce still racing late models if he wins back-to-back Mud Summer Classics? I don't know. Let's go to the Cup playoffs. Let's talk about the Roval. Shane Van Gisbergen is an outside favorite. AJ Allmendinger is up there as well, but he's been a little slower there. I would say it very much helps Chase Elliott to go out and try and get a win too.
Yeah.
Do you see any upset winners? Where do you see Larson finishing? And what do you think of the 4 guys outside the cutoff? Because it feels like, sand stage points. Almost all of them are going to need a win. I don't know how Chastain's going to do. It's a road course. We've seen him good at road courses. That was when he was taking everybody out with his front bumper. So
I think Larson will run wherever Cliff Daniels' strategy lands him, which, granted, please let me get this out of the way. Cliff Daniels is a phenomenal crew chief. I'd run through a brick wall for him. But I have also seen on road courses, Cliff Daniels will have the fastest car and they will make a strategy call and then we will never see him again. And so I have seen that happen before. And so if that happens again, Larson will finish in the top 10, but he won't. He'll be dog walking the field for the first stage if he wins the pole.
Do you keep him out there for the stage points?
Larson, probably not. I think he's relatively safe.
So he's 54 up.
You don't need him to win. There's no reason for you to be chasing stage points unless you think you can get a playoff point. Now,
I don't know if you go by strategy and then you reckon stage 3. You add the 10 points right there.
No, I don't disagree. I think 54 is a big enough cushion. It'd take a meltdown of mythical proportions to knock him out, I think.
Anything's possible.
That I don't disagree with that. I watched Matt Kenseth take out Joey Logano at Martinsville, and
God, what a moment.
That was, we're approaching a decade on that. Actually,
no.
Yeah, we are.
Oh man.
My little 14-year-old self crying in my dad's study because Jeff won his last race.
You were crying. You knew it was the last race. I had a hockey game during the championship 4 race at Homestead. I tried to skip
Oh
it.
Jesus!
I had a hat trick, and I was like, just asking guys on the bench.
I cried happy tears. I was so pissed at Phoenix the next week or 2 weeks later because Jeff got this close to winning that one. Pit road shenanigans. We got Dale Jr.'s last win off that though, so I can't be retrospectively mad at it really. And then Homestead, I did cry after Homestead.
I
have no shame.
I think I eventually cried when I can't remember if that one got spoiled. My childhood was filled with I had a sporting event to do. So when I get home, this is going to
make or break the rest of your day.
Well, and I'd look at something on my phone or on the bottom line on ESPN. I'm like, fuck, now I know who wins. I don't really want to watch it anymore. It would just suck every time. There's no, I got worse at avoiding it as I got older. But yeah, no, I had a hockey. I tried to skip the hockey game. It was a high school game, just random league game.
Yeah.
Ended up with a few goals. It was good. And no one on the bench knew how Jeff Gordon was doing, nor how to look him up.
You got the old EA Sports Bruce Sternum out for game.
yeah, basically. No, I'm excited to see what Bubba's got Saturday or Sunday.
I think they'll be fast. I think they were fast last year, and I think that if they're chasing points, you'll see them do that all day. If they feel like chasing points is at the avenue, they'll be aggressive chasing the win. But I think that the 2311 cars on road courses have speed. I think they have more speed than Caleb was giving them credit for last week. And so
most people do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that
at least in Caleb's
curious. Caleb's not here, so we got to give him shit because he can't defend himself right now.
You should leave something right here. Just see if they listened all the way through.
Oh yeah, it's like nah. I can't think of anything appropriate. So
we can leave the show off with something specific next week.
Oh yeah,
we got to think of something that's going to be relevant.
I mean, we can ask them how they felt about us reminiscing about Jeff's final championship moments. That's 50 minutes in. I mean, that's pretty far. So
okay, all right, we'll do that.
Yeah, Caleb will just do the "you're dumb."
Yeah, it'll be something, some kind of noise out of his mouth.
We love him. We kid because we care.
Yes, absolutely. We got 3 minutes left before the hour. If you have a question, put it in now. We're about to get off of here. Noah wants to do this. I don't know the best way to do it. You guys suggest, DM, comment, whatever. The best way is to do a Rain Man segment on here. I was trying to think back to a race I remember, but I feel like that'd be too easy for you.
I mean, it could be. It could.
Are you going mid 2010s? Are you pretty good at 2010s?
Mid 2010s, I'm solid with. I lived in England.
I don't want to do Brickyard 400. That would be too stupid. Okay, I got one.
Yeah, I did 2010 through 2014 in England, and so I missed a lot of NASCAR in that time.
You did 2010 to 2014?
Yeah, so
okay,
Kyle Busch.
14 then.
Kyle Busch's Bristol Sweep was the last race I got to watch until Almirola's rain shortened win. That's the last thing I got to see.
Okay, we're gonna do the 2016 Food City 500.
2016 Spring Bristol. That's Carl Edwards in the Comcast Business Toyota.
Yeah, he's right. It's Wikipedia. You can kind of see it.
Yeah,
as quick as it fucking gets too.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
I remember that one. Yeah.
I don't know how. I've just been hit in the head too many times. So thanks to everyone that tuned into Jamie Ball last night in our interview with him. Everyone that tuned into this. We'll find a way to what do you want to do with that, Noah? That Rain Man segment.
What do you mean? What do I want to do with it?
I don't know. I just feel like it was too quick.
Look,
it's impressive as hell. I
appreciate it.
Can you do the top three?
Top three. Oh,
he isn't prepared for. He's going to do this the next.
I want to say that's the. I will. Okay, I don't know if I can do top three. What I can tell you is, Landon Castle led laps in that race.
Oh, that's a badass stat. I love.
He in the Snap Fitness Ford on a strategy call. They left him out. I think towards the middle of the race. Landon had a good car that day. He ran well.
Why are you making me remember the race? I remember. Now,
Yeah. I want to say, we'll guess here. I'll say Carl Edwards.
I will give you hints if you want.
Okay.
The top 5 is very interesting.
Matt Kenseth, I want to say P2. No. Okay.
Another old guy, though.
Another old guy?
At the time, yeah. Pretty close to the end of his career.
Jesus. Who? No, there wasn't. No, Tony was out with his.
So won a lot of most popular driver awards.
Oh, okay. So it was Junior. Okay.
Yep.
I remember Junior in that race for a reason, and that's the one. Okay.
I think the next one dated a ninja, an assassin.
Oh my God, it's Kurt Busch. Yeah.
That's a little bit easier.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
One of my favorite headlines of all time.
Yeah.
Chase Elliott was 4th, Trevor Bayne was 5th, and Matt DiBenedetto was 6th.
Oh, that was the Matty D race. That was where he burst on the scene. There we are. God.
So my Bristol Matty D race was like 17 or 18 when he led the fall race.
Oh, see, no, I remember him bringing
the Levine family race in 95, right?
Yeah. He had the BK Racing shitter in the top 10, and I said, "Oh my God, I didn't think this was possible."
Don't call that a shitter. I was like, Landon Castle sponsored by Burger King. This is the best. He's got all the money in the world.
Yeah, being a kid racing the smoothie car in NASCAR, the game inside line, and going, "Yeah, this is awesome." And then in real life, it's oh, this guy doesn't pay taxes,
dude. So. His paint scheme in that game was like the camo car. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he never fucking ran that.
He might. I want to say
he might have ran it once. I would like create paint schemes and like go into like the 75th layer of the paint
it
scheme
took me
to make
hours.
it look like a different car than that damn camo scheme. I thought it was so ugly. All right, we'll get off here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate everybody that stopped by to say Go Cubs Go. Thanks again to Chris Weiser and the Weiser companies for hopping on board during the Knoxville Nationals. Some cool stuff coming with them, and some cool stuff to announce here. Hopefully, I got a doctor's appointment to get to before I announce anything in races I want to go to. So, you don't need to pray for me, but like do a good luck dance. I'd rather you do it for the Cubs. Do it for the Cubs. Don't worry about me. I'll get through whatever the hell I need to get through.
He'll be Professor X for Halloween if he needs to, as long as the Cubs win the World Series.
I don't know who that is. The only Halloween costume I'm doing is Talladega Nights. I have the shirt already. Like
he's the bald dude in the wheelchair for the X-Men.
Oh, I'd rather be Patches O'Houlihan if I was going to do bald dude in the wheelchair. Shit. But no, we will see you guys next week. Probably Wednesday night. It should be Dirt Tuesday, Asphalt Wednesday again. Back to the normal schedule. So hopefully we'll have a guest for both. We'll see. And we are 9 days from the new NASCAR video game coming out. And if you know how to Twitch stream at all and you think I can do it with a laptop and a PS5, get in contact with me. And I'll Venmo you $5 if you make it work for me. I don't think that's a high price.
Episode away, guys.
Yeah, 1.5 episodes away. Is that what you said?
I said we're one podcast episode away because the next one after that we'll play the game for 5 days.
We'll be there. That is what I'm going to do. That's very much.
There's your segment. There you go.
I'm starting to work ahead and make sure.
Caleb would be so proud. We're planning ahead.
That's right. And we get done on time. We had laughs, no arguments.
Yeah, this was the good vibes episode.
That's right. Sadly, it's gonna come to a crashing halt next week, but
we will be receiving the ass chewing of the century.
I hope to God they actually bring snails to my place. The Daytona 500 in 2026.
I think it'd be awesome.
It'd be so funny. I might pay him $100 on the spot just cuz.
Hold on, if we're paying $100, I can multitask. I want.
Don't shut up. No. We're sticking it with that. That's completely false. I'm not doing that. Absolutely. There's no way they listen this far.
There it is. There you go. Now
that offer is completely off the table. They didn't text me back soon enough for it. So, all right. We will see you guys next week. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys had a good laugh tonight. Go Cubs, go! And John Morahone, the Padres pitcher. I want to punch him in the face so bad, but I don't need to now because the Cubs punched him in the balls. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.